I just moved into a new apartment last week. It was an old building, slightly run down, with creaky floors and peeling paint, but I liked it because it was cheap and quiet. I've always preferred living alone, surrounded by books and the faint hum of city life. My family had been worried when I chose it, saying it was too isolated, but I didn't care. I wanted peace, and I wanted space. The first night was normal. I unpacked, set up my little living room, and went to bed early. The next morning, everything seemed ordinary. I started to feel comfortable in the strange apartment, the kind of comfortable that lulls you into thinking nothing bad could ever happen. Then last night I heard it. A soft, high-pitched laugh. I froze. My apartment was silent aside from the occasional distant sound of cars outside. At first, I thought I was dreaming. I rubbed my eyes and blinked, listening. The laughter came again, soft, melodic, and familiar. It was coming from the baby monitor I had set up in the corner of my bedroom. I didn't have children. I don't even know why I had it. Maybe it came with the apartment, maybe I bought it on a whim thinking it might be cute. But now it was on, and the laughter was coming from it. I grabbed the monitor and unplugged it. The laughing stopped immediately. My heart pounded. Okay, I muttered to myself. Probably just interference. Maybe a neighbor's monitor on the same frequency. I tried to laugh it off. I went back to bed. And then it came again. This time it was closer. Louder. Directly behind me. I didn't dare move. I told myself I was imagining it, that it was stress, that I was tired from moving. I told myself a lot of things that night, lying in bed, paralyzed with fear. Eventually, exhaustion took me. I woke up hours later, drenched in sweat, heart racing, and the monitor was still quiet. The sun had started to rise. I convinced myself it had been a nightmare, a trick of the mind. Then I saw it. The monitor was on again. Its little green light blinking. I hadn't plugged it back in. I hadn't touched it since unplugging it hours ago. And yet there it was, glowing on my nightstand. I picked it up carefully, inspecting the device. There was no physical damage, no sign that it had turned itself back on. I pressed the buttons, fiddled with it, but it didn't respond normally. Then I heard it again. That laugh. Only this time, it wasn't from the monitor. It was in the room. Behind me. I turned slowly. Nothing. The room was empty. But the laughter continued, echoing from all directions now, soft, teasing, almost childlike, but wrong. I ran to the corner of my apartment where the monitor sat and smashed it against the wall. Plastic shattered, electronics sparking. Silence. I tried to calm myself. Tried to rationalize. Thought maybe it was a neighbor playing a cruel joke, or maybe an animal got into the apartment wiring somehow. But deep down, I knew that wasn't it. The sound had come from inside my room, from behind me, from the monitor, from nowhere, all at once. I spent the rest of the night sitting in my living room with the lights on, staring at the broken monitor. Every time I blinked, I thought I saw movement in my bedroom doorway. Shadows that shouldn't be there. I kept imagining a child standing there, laughing. But I live alone. I've always lived alone. This morning, I called the property manager to ask if anyone else had been in the apartment. She said no. I asked if the apartment came with a monitor. She said no. Maybe it's leftover from the last tenant, I said. She told me she didn't know of any children ever living there. I don't know what to do. I thought about throwing the monitor away, or burning it, but I don't think it's just the monitor. I don't think it's a thing at all. Sometimes, when the apartment is quiet, I swear I hear it again. That soft, high-pitched laugh. Just outside the door. Behind me. From nowhere. And I can't tell if it's waiting for me to look, or waiting for me to turn around.